YouTube, what be going on here today, guys? Hope you all are having a good one so far. It's about 1:20 p.m. right now. I'm going to my parents later to grill out some chicken sandwiches stuff. You know, chicken, some veggies probably, potato salad, some of the good stuff, you know. Anyway, enough about me. We're doing the Family Guy tier list today. It's one of my favorite adult one of my favorite adult shows of all time. I know a lot of people don't like it because they say it's kind of corny and stupid and the jokes aren't funny, but that's their opinion. You know, that's their opinion. They can have what they want. They can like Rick and Morty instead of it. They can like whatever they want. Me personally, I love Family Guy, so that's why I'm rating the characters. These aren't all of them, of course. These are just the big ones from, you know, the main season, all the seasons. So we got Adam West. We got, what's her name again? Angela. We got Bertram, Stewie's nemesis. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'll say their name if you guys don't know them when we rate them. But anyway, enough talking. Let's just get into the action of rating our characters, shall we? First of all, I love Seth MacFarlane for making this show. Seth, if you're watching, which I know you're not, thank you for making the show. It is awesome. It's amazing. I love it. If I could work on your show as like a sound designer, that would be insane. But I know that's probably not going to happen. But thank you. All right. Anyway, enough talking. We're going to start with Adam West. Adam West, he's an S-tier guy. You know, he's very quirky, very awkward at times with his dialogue. And he just says the most out-of-pocket shit all the time, and it's great. I love it. He's not a good mayor, in my opinion. He's not the best mayor. But I know they wanted to make him that. They wanted to make him kind of a clueless mayor, and that's why I like him. Next, we got Angela. Angela kind of is a hit or miss for me. I mean, I'm going to go with a B for her. She could be a better boss, but as a person, she's okay. But as a boss, she could be very uptight and not really have empathy toward Peter, unless she's trying to get with him. Because there's an episode where she does try to get with him, which is kind of a weird episode, but the whole show is weird in general. So it is what it is. Bertram. Okay, you don't see Bertram a lot. I'm going to give him probably a B as well. You know, I like him in his episodes that he's in. I don't know what it is about him. Something about him just kind of annoys me. I don't know if it's his voice or what. But you also don't really see him in a lot of episodes or seasons. Because I think he started coming to the show in like season... Don't quote me on this, but season 6? 5? I don't know. He's only in like 4 out of like the 21 seasons. And I think he's only in like 4 of those episodes. So it is what it is. Bertram, you're going to stay at B right now, my man. All right? Don't kill me. All right, Bonnie. Bonnie, I'm going to actually give an A. And I say an A for Bonnie because honestly, I know she doesn't, like they say in the newer seasons how she doesn't, it's like she wishes she didn't really marry Joe. She does love Joe, but she feels like a burden. Actually, Joe feels like a burden, but she feels like she's wasting her life just caring for Joe, but she still sticks by him. There is times where they make her seem ungrateful, which I don't really like. But when she's in most episodes, I do like her. People don't like her voice. They say it's very quiet and weird, but it's kind of like a comforting voice, I feel like, in my opinion. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep her at an A right now. I'll probably change her throughout the tier list. I'll probably change her. So we'll see. I don't know. Oh shit. All right, we got Brown. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the full cast for the very end. All right, where's Chris at? Chris, where you at, man? There you go. Lois? All right. So the main family we're going to do last, okay? We got Bruce. Bruce, I love Bruce. Bruce is probably another A character. He's one of those ones that kind of says out-of-pocket stuff and just like, you just kind of shake your head and laugh. I love characters like him and Adam West. I think there's actually an episode where he and Adam are like hanging out with... Who are they hanging out with? I think Principal Shepard? I don't know. But those three are like the most out-of-pocket sometimes, like, people in the show, and I love it. I'd probably give Bruce an A to a slight S, because Bruce, like I said, is one of those characters. He's nice, he's friendly, and he just says out-of-pocket shit that makes you giggle. And I love it. So for me personally, I'd say right now, he's probably an A. I've never actually really thought about all these characters in a tier form. This is the first time I've ever thought about it. So if you guys don't agree with these, that's okay, because this is my literal first time thinking about how I'd rate these characters. So we're in it together, you know. Leave your opinions down below if you guys do watch the show. I appreciate it. I like to look at those. All right, we got Carl. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think Carl's kind of an S tier. He's one of those S tier side characters. He's like Bruce, but he's a little better than Bruce in my opinion. He says out-of-pocket stuff. Well, plus he's H. John Benjamin, voice of Archer and Bob from Bob's Burgers and other stuff. Terrific guy, terrific actor. He voices Carl, and I love that. And there's many instances where like Carl will like break the fourth wall, and I love it. Like there's a clip about, I think Peter and Quagmire and Joe are trying to burn down a castle that Carl bought with, I think, Adam West and Bruce. I'll play that clip right here.
Archers!
Yeah?
Oh yeah, he's that guy too. Prepare to fire!
How about that show Archer? You watch that show Archer? Here's that guy, Archer. Hi, I'm Archer from that show Archer.
Yeah, so just when they say like archers and he's like, yeah, that just, it kills me every time. And Carl is a very big movie fiend, and so am I. I love movies, and he talks about a lot about movies in the show. And I don't know, he's just a hilarious character. If you watch him in the season 9 episode 1, that's like one of my favorite episodes. It's like a mafia type episode, and he's just terrific in that episode. I love it. So he's gonna be my S. He'll be an S character for me. Carter, I'm gonna give. He's probably on the same playing field as these two. He's a good guy. He's funny, but he's a hell of a dick. He's an asshole. He can be very nice. There was an episode recently where he got shot in the head on accident, and it turned him like nice, like very nice. And that actually kind of warmed my heart a little bit, because he also was a very good dad in that episode to Lois. But then they turn him back to evil, or not evil, but bad again, which I kind of wish they didn't, but you know, it's kind of expected. But Carter for me is probably a B character. That sounds about right to me. Junior, I love Junior. You don't see him a lot, but I love him when he's in the episodes. I love his voice, and just the way he interacts in the show with everyone is great. He's only in like a few episodes though, so, but he's going to be probably an A character for me. Cleveland, you know, honestly, out of Peter's friends, Cleveland, Quagmire, and Joe, I think honestly Cleveland is an S character. Again, I love the voice actors that they have. One was Mike Henry. I thought I'd look him up, but nope, it's Mike Henry. And then Azers, if you guys know who Azers is, he's a YouTuber. Well, he was a YouTuber. I don't know if he still is. Hell of a guy, great voice actor. He got the job because of his voice acting, and I mean, I think guy deserves it. He does very well as Cleveland. So I'd give Cleveland probably an S, because he also says some out-of-pocket stuff, and he kind of reaffirms the group in ways, you know, which I like. So he's gonna be an S. Next, we got Consuela. That's an S tier. I don't even have to say anything about that. She's hilarious. Her dialogue is just so minimal, but it's so great, and I love it so much. All right, we got Diane. I'm gonna give Diane. I feel like misunderstood in ways, so I'm gonna give her, honestly, probably an A for me. You guys might not agree with that. Reason I'm gonna give it an A is because she did play a part of a dick in season 9 episode 1, where you find out that she like kind of hates everyone. But I like her actually as the anchor woman they had until they switched her, because, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but anyway, I'm going to probably switch that around, but right now that's probably an A. Okay. All right. Donna, I feel like she kind of controls Cleveland in a way, a little bit. I'll probably give her a B. That's still not bad. That's not bad. I've noticed I also have not given anyone a C or D yet, which I'm kind of surprised about, but oh well. We might get there. Dr. Hartman. Oh, Jesus, man. This guy. I'm going to give him enjoyment for me when I see Dr. Hartman. I'll probably give him an S. He's one of those S tier side characters. The dialogue he has is just tremendous. They even say that he didn't even, I don't know if it's real, but they said that he didn't graduate medical school, which I think is hilarious. And he always talks about how he looks on Wikipedia for like helping people and stuff like that. And I just think that's funny. And I just love his mannerisms and just how he is in general. And he's hilarious in all the episodes he's in. And he can be serious when he needs to, which is great. The giant chicken, y'all might hate me with this. Giant chicken is not an S tier, in my opinion. I mean, I'm gonna give him a C right now because he's a pointless character. I know they say there's like instances where like Peter and him got in a scuffle and they show how, but there's nothing else about him other than he fights Peter, really. Yeah, he has a wife and I think a kid or something. And he becomes like kind of friends with Lois in a way in the newer seasons. But you know what? Actually, no, give it a B. Because there's an episode where he's dying and Peter and the chicken find out that they need each other to live, which I kind of like that a lot. So I'll give him a B. I'll be nice, give him a B. All right, we got Jesus. What is this, man? I'm ranking Jesus in a Family Guy tier list. Okay. And I'm ranking these more in terms of comedy and the dialogue. So I'm going to probably give Jesus, I'm going to give him an A. Because I feel like he does have great dialogue and he does have great episodes. Like the episode where he has to get laid because he's never been laid before. That's a pretty good episode. I'd probably give Jesus an A. Because he kind of like keeps it real. Like he kind of like talks about how like, well, if nobody believes in me, the world's fucked. You know, the world's already fucked. Like that kind of thing. So I kind of like that. I'd probably give him about an A. I don't know. I might switch it around again, like I said. Right now in my head, I feel like this list isn't that good. But again, this is my first time doing it, so cut me some slack, all right? I might do this tier list again with different characters as well. So we'll see. We got Herbert. Oh boy. Don't cancel me on this. Okay, I know he's a pervert / child molester, child predator, but he's got to be an S character in my opinion. He's on par with Adam West, just with the goofiness and the weirdness and the dialogue. Dude is pure comedy. Okay, in comedy standpoint, he's an S. All the child predator shit, he's a D, F, whatever. Probably definitely a D or an F, but he gets an S because he's just so damn funny. So, all right, we got Horace. Horace, yeah, I don't know. He's a great bartender. R.I.P. I'm gonna spoil. No, I'm not. Well, I kind of just already spoiled it right there by saying R.I.P. But I think he was a great bartender. He was kind of an asshole bartender, but that's what I liked about him because they kind of hit that on the head with bartenders being, you know, pretty mean. The stereotype of all that. But he was also a great guy in some of the episodes. Peter saved his life as well in an episode. And I liked Horace as a bartender. I think he was an A character, I'm pretty sure. Okay. This is going to be my first C character. I don't like James Woods in the show. I'm glad that they made him like that because I mean, I've never really watched anything with him. He's an asshole and he like takes Peter's identity and he's not like too funny in my opinion. He's lower on the list. Honestly, Angela could probably be in a C as well on a comedy standpoint. You know what? I'm gonna just because they're okay side characters. but everyone up top I think is better in my opinion. Again, I'll probably go through this at the end and fix other ones, or fix the list to see what I really want. But right now, I'd say these two are probably C. I just get kind of annoyed with the episodes with James Woods. And actually, funny enough, season 9, episode 1, actually, like, he's the star of the episode because everyone's going, like, all these characters are going to his mansion for a dinner party because he's trying to make reparations, or reformations, I think. So I like that about him, but that's like the only episode I really like with him. Other ones I kind of am annoyed by him. So anyway, we got Jerome. Jerome's an A character. I wish if he'd be an S in my opinion if he had more episodes. He does have more, I think, than Horace, but if he had more, he would definitely be an S in my opinion. He's a great guy. I think there's an episode where he kind of, is blinded by, the racism going on in the world. I'm not going to get into that, okay? Because I'm not trying to get canceled or anything, even though it's just my opinion, but I'll shut the hell up. He says some stuff in an episode I don't agree with, and that kind of is like, what the hell? But, I mean, you got to see where he's coming from. And anyway, aside from that, he's hilarious at times. And just, I think, a great character for the show. So I hope they keep him around. I really do. So we'll keep him at A right now. All right, next we got Jillian. This is Brian's long-term girlfriend. I think it's his longest girlfriend in the show. I think they dated for all of season, or half of season 4, all of season 5, I'm pretty sure. So probably about a year and a half they dated. I'd have to look actually into that again. I have no clue. But I'm going to spitball and say that. So I'd give her an A because she's dumb as hell. And I love that. She's actually pretty nice. And a lot of stuff she says is funny because you're just like, what the hell? This dumbass. So I like that aspect of her comedy. She plays a dumbass and I love it. And the stereotypical, dumb blonde girl. I see what they were doing there. So I like that they looked at the real world and the stereotypes and stuff like that. And that's what I like about this show is they joke on everyone, not just one person or one group. Literally everyone. They joke on everyone and I love it so much. All right, we got Joe. Now, Joe, in my opinion, is an S character as well, out of Peter's friends and out of the whole group here. People might not like him at times because they say he's just very weird in a way, kind of an oddball of the group. But that's why I like him. He says what he says. He does what he wants. That's more Peter, I guess, than Joe. Joe thinks a little more than Peter does. But you can tell that Joe and Peter kind of are much alike in the same way. So I like that a lot. Joe is a very good, I think, person in the show, and his dialogue as well is pretty good. So right now, I'd give him an S. I might switch him to an A. This one was kind of harder for me to pick, but I'd give him an S right now because I do think Joe and Cleveland are my favorite out of the 3 friends of Peter. Don't get me wrong, I love Quagmire. But dude's pretty wild, okay? If you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean. In the perverted sense. There's just a lot of things. I'll just do Quagmire now. I'll give him an A because, again, I love Quagmire's dialogue. I love episodes with him. I love just him in general, except for the times where he's like, I slept with an underage girl and stuff like that. It's just kind of like, it's kind of iffy. But, he's supposed to be that, really perverted neighbor, friend guy, So I get what they were doing with him, but there's some times where I just kind of shake my head and I'm like, dude, why? So he's going to be an A character right now. A to a slight S. We'll say that. A to a slight S. All right. Now we got Mort. Mort and Neil. I'm going to do these two together because they're actually, dad and son. All right. This one's kind of hard. I've been thinking on it for a couple minutes. I'd probably have to give them both an A. They both act the same. I mean, they're dad and son. They both act the same about. Mort is a great guy. Neil's a great guy. They're just very witty, and they're kind of a couple of oddballs as well. But they do have some great lines in the show. And I do like episodes with them in it. So I'd probably give them about an A to a low or high B, A to a high B maybe. So if I could put them in between A and B, I would, but it is what it is. All right, so next we got Ollie, S character. I love his dialogue. He has such like just little one-liners, I mean, and they're just hysterical. I love it. So he's gonna be an S character for sure. Opie's also a hilarious character. I'm just gonna give him an A because I love watching episodes with him in it. I don't know what the fuck he's saying though, so that's why I'm giving him an A. But he's pretty hilarious because he makes all the characters even confused, not just the viewer, which is great. So I love that very much. All right, I'm gonna give Principal Shepard. Oh, dude, this one's hard. I'm gonna give him right now. I'll probably switch it at the end, but right now in a B to a low A, maybe. I didn't really like him that much in the older seasons. He was just kind of a principal, in my opinion. But then he got to be more funny and have a lot more episodes and lines, which made me happy. I don't know, I just like seeing when they make side characters more of a main cast. I like that a lot. Right now I'm giving him a B though, because he's also kind of like he's kind of like Quagmire in the sense that he loves like younger girls and stuff like that, which I think is really weird. There's an episode, oh no, I'm thinking of the gym teacher. There's an episode I saw the other day where the gym teacher is like kissing the girls before they leave because the bell rang, and it's just kind of weird. I don't know. Anyway, Principal Shepard is kind of like that in a sense. But he also has some funny, witty dialogue like Adam West. So right now I'm going to give him a B, but I'll probably switch him to an A at the end, but we'll see. All right, we got the Evil Monkey. This one, I'm going to give Evil Monkey an S because I love the old episodes with the Evil Monkey when you don't know anything about the monkey. It's just him doing that face at Chris in random episodes. And there's one episode in season 5, I'm pretty sure. It's called Hannah Banana, I'm pretty sure. Basically, he meets the family because Chris captures him from the closet, and he meets the family and turns out to be a really great guy. Apparently, his wife cheated on him, and that's why he's so evil. And he lives in Chris's closet because he's homeless. So I'm like, that kind of made me feel sad for the dude. And it's just funny because you think that he's just a dick making this face at Chris. But no, there's actually reasons behind it, and he turns out to be a great guy. He helps Chris out with homework, and he takes Chris on trips, and helps the family out. He's a great monkey, and I give him an S. All right, we got Seamus. Seamus, I'd probably give on the same level as... Oh boy, who would I give on the same level? I actually like Seamus a lot in the show. I'm going to give him an S. They have a lot of characters like Adam West and Carl, and I think Seamus fits that well. Yeah, because there's an episode, I think in the Medieval Time episode, it's Carl, Seamus, and Bruce or Adam West. I can't remember. But they buy the Medieval Time castle. And Seamus just in all the episodes has great dialogue as well. And I love the fact that he's a person but has no arms and legs and just has wooden stubs. I'm like, Peter makes a good point in one of the episodes. He's like, how are you alive? And that's what I love about him, is nobody knows how he's alive. He just is. He just has wooden arms and legs, and he's a pirate. And I love that. All right, Tom Tucker. Tom, I'm going to give probably... Oh, this is a hard one. This is a hard one, man. I give Tom probably an A because he's also a great guy, and he's really funny, and he has good dialogue. But you can tell they really hit him on the head. Hit the nail on the head with the newsman, reporter, like, stereotype. Because there's a scene where I think Neil tries to commit suicide, and Tom is just there with a video camera trying to get ratings to go up and stuff. So I'm just like, okay. I'm like, all right. So stuff like that happens a lot in the show with Tom. You can tell he has an ego, and it kind of gets inflated at times. But there is episodes where he's a great guy. You know, I think he cries in a couple episodes. He shows his true colors in some of the episodes, which I like. So I'd give him probably an A. Again, I might switch him in the end, but right now he's an A. All right, we got Trisha Takanawa. That's an S character right there. Again, not too many lines, but the line she has is great. And I love how she just, every time she starts a scene, just, thanks, Tom, I'm standing here. I don't know why, that just kills me every time. And she just always has no emotion. There's actually an episode where she does have emotion because she gets an award for being the best reporter or something like that. And you find out that her mom, like, abused her as a kid and stuff like that. And it turns out Peter, like, and Carter, because they're the main parts of the show with that episode. Turns out they actually want to, like, help her and stuff like that. So that's nice. I'd probably give her an S. She's enjoyable to watch when she's on. All right, Vinny, I'd probably give a B character. He wasn't in the show too long. This is when Brian died. And Vinny was in the show for like 3 or 4 episodes. He wasn't a terrible character. People actually didn't really like him. I know they got a lot of backlash for it. He was one of those New Yorkers, you know. I can't really speak a New York accent, but, or New Jersey, I think. I don't know. Boston? I don't know. But that's what I liked about him. He had that stereotypical accent from Boston or whatever. And he felt like a mob boss joined the family, which I thought was kind of funny. But he was also a really good guy to Stewie and a good guy to the family. In my opinion, he's not as good as Brian, but in some ways he is. You know, you could tell he was more of a family man. He's more of a family man, I think, and not as much of a scumbag as Brian. I can't say much, though, because he's only in like 4 episodes. So, right now, I'd give him a B. All right. The main cast. We're going to start it strong with Meg. Okay, and then we got... no, I'm sorry. She gets a lot of hate, okay? I did that for the joke that everybody hates Meg. I honestly don't mind Meg in the show. She's not an S character, but she's a B character. Or A character, or B. Because people don't like her. She has a lot of problems, as do we all. And you kind of feel bad for her. She's such a teenage girl trying to live. People bully her. I think even her family bullies her. I think she gets a bad rep. So I'd give her an A. I'm probably the only person in the world who actually kind of likes Meg and feels bad for her. So I give her an A. All right, we got Stewie. That's an S character, bro. I don't gotta say it. He's a time-traveling baby, for fuck's sake. A time-traveling baby. So we're gonna leave it at that. And then we got Chris. Chris is probably on par with Meg. He's probably higher up in the A's or lower S's than Meg. But he's an A. He's a bit of an oddball. He's kind of your typical teenage boy. He doesn't have too many friends, and but he's trying to make the most out of his days, which I like about him. And he has some great dialogue as well. They honestly both have some great dialogue. I think Meg honestly got better dialogue as the seasons went on. Even in the newer seasons, I like your dialogue a lot. So you can tell they're trying to actually make Meg more enjoyable in the show toward the end of toward the newer seasons, I think. But Chris has been pretty great throughout the whole series. And I'd probably give him a high A to a low S. All right, we got Brian. My man, Brian. He's a scumbag. He is a scumbag. But I'd put him on the level of Stewie because he's always there for Stewie. He's there for the whole family. And he's one of the only ones that's there for Meg. He actually always, of course, there's times where he bullies her and, laughs at her and stuff. But I think out of everyone in the family, he tries to help Meg more than everyone else, which I find very nice about him. He's very egotistical, and he can be kind of extreme in his views that he states. but he's also kind of a pea hound, I'm gonna say. If you guys know what that means. So there's times where I'm like, all right, you're a bit of a scumbag here. Like, there's many instances where he's a homewrecker, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. But yes, right now, I'd probably give him an S. I might switch it again. But right now, he's an S character for me, because I love all the episodes he's in. And I love that it's Seth MacFarlane's voice just literally being normal. That's great. All right, we got Lois. I'm going to give her an A as well. She's a good mom, but not a great mom. You can tell she had a lot of problems in the past with drugs, alcohol, all that stuff. And she regrets it, though. You know, and she does her best to maintain for the family and help out. So I like her dialogue a lot. Her voice does get kind of annoying at times, I will say. It's that kind of Fran Drescher, kind of nasally, you know what I'm saying? So I get what they were going for. There is some episodes where I don't really like her as much in them. But again, toward the newer seasons, I like her a lot more. So I don't know. And going back to Meg real quick, like with the Meg episodes, they call them, I kind of like those because you never really get to see those. So that's also why I'd probably give her an A, because she has good episodes about her, and Lois does about her. Have they really done an episode about Chris? Yeah, they've done episodes about Chris, right? Where he goes to a different school and stuff like that. Okay. Anyway, Peter, I mean, he's the star of the show. I gotta be a little biased because, I mean, he's the star of the show, you know? And he's hilarious, stupid. He does what the hell he wants, and I love it. Like in the episode I was talking about where... it wasn't really an episode I was talking about, but Peter says that he never thinks, he just does. And I mean, I like that. I think that's a good way to live. A dangerous way to live, the way he does it. Don't do it like he does. But, you know, I think it's a good way to live in life, you know. Experience stuff. Don't really think about the outcome. Just kind of do it and experience it. Of course, there's things in life that you got to watch out for and be careful of. That you try, but I don't know. I think Peter is an S tier. He's not a good father. I should probably give him an A, but the way that he like does show love for the family and does help try to provide for them, it feels nice. And I think he's a good person, but he's a little quirky, a little on the weird side. Or the challenged side, I'll say. So, I don't know. I'm going to give him an S. But, guys, this has been my Family Guy tier list. I'm going to go ahead real quick and go through and make sure this is what I want. So, guys, give me 1 second. We'll be right back. All right, that took me a little while, but I think we got it finalized. I made a little bit of a change here. I put Vinny, or no, I kept Vinny here, but I added Horace and Jerome to B because, again, I like watching them when they're on episodes, but they don't say as much and they don't really do as much, mainly because they're bartenders. Jerome started out as a non-bartender, just a friend of the guys. But then he became the bartender. So, and he still doesn't really have that much lines. So I'm going to give them a B. Again, my opinion. That's just what I think. I put Junior as well. I think I moved him to B as well. Because he also doesn't have as many lines. He doesn't really talk a lot. But when he does, it's funny at times. But, like, he's kind of like Chris. But Chris has more of a personality, I think, than Junior does. So I think Junior's a good B character. You're still good. B is still good. So we also don't have any D characters, in my opinion. You could argue and say Meg, but that'd be just for the joke factor. I'm trying to be real here. All right. Anyway, we moved Quagmire up to A or S because thinking about it, the guy may be a pea hound and crazy and kind of weird, but he's fucking hilarious. Okay, he's hilarious. Says so much out-of-pocket stuff, it's not even funny. And he can also be a really good guy and friend as well. So I'd give him an S. I also moved Principal Shepard to A because I was thinking about it again. I was like, you know what? He's gotten better over the seasons. And he said some more out-of-pocket stuff over the seasons. But in the newer seasons, I think I like him a lot more. You find out his wife left him, you know, and stuff like that. He's going through stuff like we all are. And, you know, he just is a good portrayal of a principal / person, in my opinion. So now if they had the librarian on here, she'd be an S right away. Who else did I change? I moved Diane and the giant chicken to C. I don't really, if they weren't in the show, I wouldn't care. I'm going to say that. I don't mind the episodes with them. They're kind of pointless characters, in my opinion. I mean, you could say that for a lot. Like Bertram, you could say he's a pointless character. Now, it kind of stuff comes together with Bertram in some of the episodes. But I'm not going to get into that right now. You guys can go watch that for yourself. But I think this is a pretty good list. I don't know if you guys think so. If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know. I had a lot of fun with this one. This one was really hard for me because I love the show and I'm kind of biased on it. I could put all of them on S, but I can't do that, you know. So I need to be real and actually say, okay, like what are their strengths, weaknesses, and all that. So I'd say the S list is pretty damn good. Seamus, you could probably move to A. These three, you could probably move. Again, you can move Meg to D if you want. Lois, you could probably move to S. But I enjoy I was going through thinking, do I enjoy watching the episodes with these characters? And I really do. I really do. But I love the episodes with all these characters. So, and these ones, I like the episodes, but I think Carter, I might move him to A as well. I gotta stop second guessing myself and just leave him a B. You know what? No. He's done stuff in the past that I don't agree with, and I'm gonna give him a B because of that. That's gonna be it for my tier list on Family Guy characters today, guys. If you liked it, let me know. If not, let me know. I will do more videos like this in the future, the near future. I love, Futurama. I can do Futurama characters. I love that show so much. The new season just came out. It's very good so far. But yeah, let me know if you guys like Family Guy. Watch Family Guy. I've seen it. Have not seen it. Think it's dumb. Whatever. Let me know. Leave your comments down below. I want to read all of them. And yeah, this has been me rating Family Guy characters. Some of my favorite Family Guy characters. I don't love them all, of course. But I love the show, so I could be biased and put them all in S. But I'm not going to do that. But if you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know. And I will deliver. And stay on the lookout for more RE7 and what was the other game? PGA that I'm doing. Again, let me know if you guys want to keep watching me play PGA. I love that game. It's fun. I don't know if a lot of you really like watching it though, or have been watching it. So let me know down below if you guys like that or not. And with that, I'll leave you guys with your day. Again, I just want fall weather, man. That's all I want. But I love y'all. Thank you so much for the support and everything. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.